The Tinfoil Candidate by my mother, Vera Durning. The Tinfoil Candidate. My mother and I were walking up the hill to my grandmother's house for dinner. She lived up the hill and around the corner from us on Woodcrest Avenue in the Bronx. We lived down the hill on Anderson Avenue in an apartment named Govinter Plaza. Apartment houses in our neighborhood had aristocratic names like Bernard Court, Rose Terrace, Isabel Manor. Near the top of the hill on the sidewalk was a silver tinfoil ball about 4 inches in diameter. "Look what I found," I pounced on the ball. "What is it?" I couldn't believe my mother's ignorance. It was only a treasure. I had seen grown-ups and children with them. They were always looking for cigarette packages and gum for the tinfoil wrappings. Yetta, whose father owned a fish market, told me there were prizes inside the balls. So did Virginia Dwyer, and she was older than I was. And here was one in my hand. As we reached Woodcrest and turned the corner, there was a windowsill on the corner store low enough for my 4-year-old feet to touch the ground. I sat on it and began unpeeling my treasure. "I'll call you for dinner. Don't go anywhere," my mother let me stay there, because my grandmother's windows were on the first floor right above where I was sitting. I didn't answer. I was already engrossed. A girl sat down on the sill next to me. "How old are you?" she demanded. Age was important to children then. The older you were, the better. She was 8. I was 4. "Who are you for?" she asked. "Who are you for?" I countered, not knowing what she was talking about. "Herbert Hoover," she answered in the same lordly tone that she had told me her age. "Oh," I replied, and looked down at my ball. "Are you for Al Smith?" she sneered. "We heard him on the radio." I remembered my father had laughed at something he said. "He's a Catholic. Are you?" "I think so," I replied. "Everyone hates Catholics. They drink," she stated. "Don't you?" I asked. "I liked milk and ginger ale." "Catholics are full of rum, which I don't drink." "Oh," I said, and began unpeeling my tinfoil ball again. "Why are you doing that?" she wanted to know. "I want to see what's inside. I think there's a prize," I answered proudly. "Stupid," she called me as she stood up. "There's nothing in there at all. You're so dumb." I gave her a dirty look as she left. I certainly didn't believe her. I kept working. Finally, there was nothing left to peel. All I had was a pile of torn tinfoil around my feet. "Nothing," I said out loud. How did that girl know so much? I was confused and angry. I felt like crying. Just then my mother called me to come for dinner. "I'm for Herbert Hoover," I told her as I slid onto my chair. The Tinfoil Candidate by Vera Durning.